Welcome dear student. Today we are going to study the lesson that is the living world, adaptations and classification. And student, this is the first lesson of class 7 science, and this is a part 1 video of this lesson. So let's start the lesson. So student, a great variety of plants is found on the earth. Some plants have colorful flowers. Some plants grow in water, whereas some are found in the desert, which have the scarcity of water. That means some plants in desert, the plants will survive in less water. Some plants are found only in snowy regions like Kashmir's cold regions. And some plants cannot be seen without a microscope, whereas some are huge in size. That means some plants are algae. That means these are the smaller, very smaller plants which we can see them by using the microscope. The plants, like plants, animals too show diversity. That means the animals are also of great variety on the earth, and some are unicellular and others are multicellular. Now unicellular means the animals with only one cell, and some are multicellular. That means the animals with more than one cell. And some are vertebrates, whereas other are invertebrates. So this world is full of a variety of animals like aquatic, terrestrial. Now aquatic means the animals which can found in water. Terrestrial, the animals which can live on land. Amphibians, that means they can live in both land as well as in water. Reptilian, aerial, that means they can fly, etc. So student, here we have the snowy, that means cold region like Kashmir. Snowy, very snowy regions, and these are the plants like coniferous trees like pine and deodar flourish in snowy regions like Kashmir, that is very cold region. However, in the desert, that means Rajasthan, which is very hot region, so plants like cactus and acacia means bubble, are to be found. And the camel, a desert animal, is not found in Kashmir. What is the reason for these differences? So student, the camel can survive in Rajasthan, that means in desert region which is very hot, so it cannot survive in the cold region. So this is the main reason, that is adaptation. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to study the adaptations. So let's learn adaptations. Let's see. So a gradual changes occur in the body parts and also in the behavior of organisms, which help them to adjust to their surrounding. This is such changes are called adaptations, and they take place over a long period of time. So basically this is a definition of adaptations. So student, now we are going to learn the adaptation in plants. So first, adaptations in plants. Okay, so student, here are several types of adaptation in plants, adaptation in different plants. So first is adaptations in aquatic plants. Next, adaptation in desert plants. Adaptation in plants of snowy regions, that means in cold region. Adaptation in plants of forest region. Next, adaptation in grassland plants. And adaptation for ingestion of food in plants. So these all are the adaptation in various plants. So in today's lecture we will learn only one adaptation, that is in aquatic plants. So let's learn about it. Student, adaptation in aquatic plant. So some of the aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies, and their stems are submerged while leaves and flowers float on the surface. That means their stem is submerged into the water, and the leaves and flowers of the aquatic plants are float on the water. You can see the lotus. Okay, the example of this is lotus. The flowers and leaves are floating on the water while stems are submerged, and the roots are roots present in the soil at the bottom of water. Next we have is, however, some plants are entirely afloat and their roots are not anchored in the soil. Next, the surfaces of leaves and stem of many aquatic plants are covered with a waxy layer. That means if water will be there on the leaves on the such plants, so it can be drop off from the leaves. Why? Just because of the waxy layer on the leaves and stem. And leaves are thin and slender like a ribbon, so it is very thin. You can see in the alongside picture that these are very thin leaves. This shape helps them to withstand fast currents of water, and air spaces in stems and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for floating in water. So students, these all are the adaptation in aquatic plants. So here we have one picture of aquatic plant. You can clearly see the plants in from the left hand side. The plants are emergent in water. That means their roots are under the soil, and the stem is submerged into the water, and the leaves and flowers are on the above the water, or that means, and in next picture you can see the leaves and flowers are floating on the water and roots are present under the soil. And next you can see the algae. It is just floating on the water. They don't have any roots, just floating on the water. So this is the adaptation of aquatic plants. And here you can see the lotus stalk. That means if we cut the if we take the section of stem, we can observe this type of a holes like stalk of the lotus. So student, here we have one question, that why does water trickle off lotus leaf? So lotus plants have super hydrophobic surfaces, and water drops that fall onto them beat up and roll off. Now here it is super hydrophobic. What does it mean? That means it is a thin coating surface layer that repels water. That means it will not allow the water to leave on the leaves. It will fall off or roll off. Now next question we have is, why don't the leaves of aquatic plants rot in water? So the reason is, the leaves of aquatic plants are well adapted to withstand the wet conditions of the water. Most of their leaves have waxy coating on them so that water is not absorbed by them. And for these reasons, the leaves of the aquatic plants do not rot in the water. So student, we have one more question. Why are their roots short and fibrous? Now fibrous means it has no prominent central axis and but it has a branches in all the direction. So the reason is, the plants that are not deep rooted and are lower to the ground have fibrous root system. That means branches like root system, and the fibrous root system help the plants to absorb surface water very quickly. So these all are the questions in adaptation of aquatic plants. So student, this was all about this lecture, and next types of adaptation of plants we will cover in our next lesson. Thank you.